Welcome back to Morning on Merit. You know, we are getting a look at the final 15 picks from the second Trump administration. It is being called the most diverse cabinet in recent history when it comes to backgrounds and ideology. President-elect Trump has been moving at lightning speed, as you know, to fill his cabinet, standing in stark contrast to his first presidency in 2016.
Yeah, over the weekend, Trump rounded out his picks with decisions on some key positions. Friday, hedge fund manager Scott Bessent was chosen to serve as Treasury Secretary. Trump also tapping Brooke Rollins, president and CEO of the America First Policy Institute, for Secretary of Agriculture.
Other picks we watched this weekend: Oregon Congresswoman Lori Chavez-Dremer, also she for Secretary of Labor, and former NFL player Scott Turner. You may remember him. He is selected as Secretary for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That position was held by Ben Carson in Trump's previous administration. And now, of course, the focus is shifting to confirmations. Joining us this morning, radio host and investigative columnist at the Daily Signal, our friend Tony Kinnett. Tony, good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Always a pleasure, Joe Manchin. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, the president-elect's cabinet positions coming in rapid fire. We just showed you that. In addition to the secretary decisions, he also named his choice to head key federal agencies like the CDC, the FDA, and the Office of Management and Budget. Some of these picks, we've already said it, they have very diverse ideologies. RFK Jr. is pro-choice. Representative Lori Chavez is pro-union. What does this say about his willingness to work with those whose views may not line up entirely with his? And it's a stark contrast to his first administration, so he's definitely making some type of statement here.
So there was a time in the 2020 campaign when President Biden promised to be this great unifying candidate that was going to bring together members from the left, from the right, from different ideological backgrounds of the United States, and was going to heal our country. And what we actually ended up seeing in his administration ended up being quite the exact opposite. In fact, a lot of far left-leaning progressive, a lot of radicals, even considering some of the individuals in, for example, the DHS. Now, looking at Trump's picks, I'm actually forced to do my research. What a concept. I'm looking at these backgrounds of people who I wouldn't necessarily expect Trump to have picked, but you're going to be seeing some debates, some different visions that are carried out, because there are a lot of constituency bases which were represented in the Trump campaign. He played to a big ideological tent, and now it looks like he's going to be governing with one. It's really something to see.
Yeah, and obviously his next focus is getting these people confirmed and in position come day one. Senate GOP members made the rounds Sunday morning on all the shows, sharing their thoughts and just how motivated they are to get this done. Take a listen to this.
And as we go through, whether it's armed services or judiciary, any of the committees that are going to be vetting these candidates for these positions, absolutely, it's going to be thorough. It should be. We should ask tough questions. That's part of the process. So I have full confidence that that's exactly what we're going to have moving forward.
He clearly expects to hit the ground running. He wants us to have these hearings done quickly and expeditiously. I've said I'm more than happy to work through the weekends as long as it takes to get this done, to get people ready and prepared to go.
At this point, do you see anything major standing in the way of the president-elect's picks going through? Obviously, we have to go through the hearings. Sometimes they can get very contentious.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the biggest thing is the commercial breaks that we have to get through in order to watch these particular hearings. I'm getting out the popcorn, not just because the entertainment of watching individuals argue on the Senate floor ends up coming across in a way that with an ideologically diverse cabinet nomination slate, it's going to be interesting to see some of these individuals, especially pro-union members or pro-choice members, articulate why or why not those views matter in regard to the, again, Department of Health and Human Services, the Department of Labor. But more so, I would say that right now, one of the biggest things that is motivating the country forward are a lot of issues Americans want to see solved. And a lot of those issues cannot begin to take shape until those individuals that Trump has nominated are installed in their cabinet positions officially. Acting members aren't going to cut it. And you heard from especially Senator Schmidt first from Missouri in that first clip. He is in the same mind that a lot of Americans are. Let's get moving. Let's get this done. At this point, I believe, in Trump's first term as president-elect, he hadn't even selected I think, one or two of the nominations for cabinet. So it looks like we're really ready to jump right off the starting line this time.
Yeah, and a lot of those picks actually coming out and saying they're preparing and they're eager for that confirmation process to get underway. While President-elect Trump is still celebrating his victory in the election and now focusing on, as we've been talking about, getting his cabinet in place, Democrats, they're busy right now. A lot of them going out. You mentioned a lot of the issues that the American public has said they want solved. Democrats are coming out. They're saying they're going to put blocks in place. They're planning to fight that. They're also pointing fingers at each other over Vice President Kamala Harris's defeat. In fact, California Senator-elect Adam Schiff, he was making the rounds on Sunday where he was asked what Democrats got wrong. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I think the entire Democratic Party bears a responsibility, myself included, and the former president, and mounted an effective campaign, and you have to give him credit for that. But the challenge that we have is we need to put forward a bold vision for how we're going to move the economy forward, make the economy work for every American. To me, the existential question is, if you're working hard in America, can you still earn a good living? And too many people doubt that that's possible.
Very interesting comments there. He actually got a lot of pushback for being one of the people that was pushing that Russia collusion lie that was later exposed. What are your thoughts on his statement that he just made?
There are two areas of policy that make up politics. You have economic policy, what mandates trade, and then you have social policy, things that engage with how you or I make certain social distinctions here in the United States. The problem is that on the left side of the aisle, there are individuals who are far more left on the economic side and who are far more left on the social side of things. And both of those sections and how far they've moved to the left were very unpopular with Americans in this last election. And so there you have Schiff suggesting that maybe the party wasn't far enough left economically. Well, no, that's not true. Really, the case is that the party was far too left in both of those categories in the political party. But so far, I've just heard that the economics calling the socials crazy, and then, of course, vice versa. It's kind of weird hearing individuals go from saying that the economy is great and you're just silly and, you're just kind of imagining things at the grocery store, all of a sudden saying, guys, maybe we should talk about the economy. It's only been a couple of weeks, guys.
Yeah, please do not go any more left. Democratic Party. Eggs are like 30% more higher this year for Thanksgiving. Yeah. Hey, Tony Kinnett, always a pleasure.
Must be a sale on eggs where you are.
Yeah.